Students, here you can see the page what I have prepared. This page is having summary points. Okay, one by one I will explain this point, and in my next video, in my next class, you will have the very important sections of the book. I will explain that also. Okay, so moving to our summary points, the protagonist Charlie. Who is protagonist? Protagonist means the hero, the central character of the story or drama or novel. Okay, so the protagonist Charlie roams into the fantasy world through the third level of the GC station in New York. What is a GC station? GC means a Grand Central Station. This Grand Central Railway Station is very famous for the crowd and the very unique way to present the galleries of that station. Okay, when you will go in that railway station, okay, then you will see that this is not the simple railway station. This is like a mall, and this mall is divided into different levels. But the protagonist Charlie roams into the fantasy world using the third level. He talks about his problem and experience of the third level with his psychiatrist friend Sam. Sam is the friend of the protagonist Charlie, the hero Charlie. And when Charlie speaks about his problem, what kind of problem? Because the Grand Central Railway Station is divided into only two parts, two levels, but this person has traveled into the third level. This is not possible. Everyone knows. Even when you will check the history and the facts related with this railway station, you will see that this railway station is divided into only two levels. But this person had experienced the third level of Grand Central Railway Station. How it is possible? So this is like a problem. Okay. So this problem is explained with a psychiatrist friend Sam, and Sam calls it Charlie's waking dream, like a wish fulfillment. What is a wish fulfillment? Wish fulfillment means that you have a deepest desire, a very strong desire, but you are not getting chance to complete that desire. Okay, so this kind of wish is called deepest wish, and some people just develop a dream, see the dream that person is enjoying that desire. Okay, so Charlie calls it a waking dream, wish fulfillment. चार्ली को कहा जाता है कि ये उसका एक जागता हुआ सपना है, एंड विश फुलफिलमेंट, कोई इच्छा है जो दबी हुई थी, उसको ये चार्ली पूरा करना चाह रहा है. ओके, Sam also calls it a temporary refuge from the harsh reality of modern world. Sam says that Charlie is a very timid person to face the world, face the crowd, and he has a very big hesitation to face the crowd. Okay, so that condition makes Charlie very irritating. So he has developed to just escape from the reality of the modern world. Okay, Charlie explained his journey in Grand Central Station's third level. He experiences in that third level the old kind of world. Using that third level, he just reaches in his dream places. Okay, and his dream time. And Charlie wants to buy a ticket, but the TC, using that third level, he reaches the very old kind of railway station where the old kind of railway engines and the locomotives and the train compartments are there. Everything is made of wood and brass. Every detail, when you will read this chapter, you will get the detail of that third level and that third experience of Charlie. Okay, then Charlie thinks that he should buy a ticket and he wants to go in his dream place, Galesburg. Okay, but when Charlie presented the money to the ticket window, the TC refuses to accept his money, calling out that money is fake. Okay, because Charlie presented the present money and he has reached in 1894, but really he is in 1944 and 45. He is really living in 1944 and 45, but his mind is traveling into the 1894, his wishes time. Okay, Charlie sees the newspaper at the railway station. Charlie sees the newspaper, The World. Okay, and that newspaper, there was the date of 11 June 1894. He is surprised. He is not able to understand that what kind of things are happening with him. He is living in 1944 and 45, but how he has reached in 1894. He is experiencing the world of 1894, almost 50 years back, and it is clear that he has done a time travel. Okay, this indicates that using the third level of Grand Central Railway Station in New York, he had reached in a different place the old time. This indicates that he has done a time travel. Okay, next point. Charlie has a dream to visit Galesburg with his wife Loisa. Keeping this dream in his mind, he plans to visit that amazing dream land. Okay, so Charlie collects the old kind of money and reaches to the Grand Central Railway Station. He goes to the places where he has gone to the third level, but this time he doesn't find the way to reaches the third level. He just searches like a mad to the third level way, but he doesn't find the way of the third level. This condition indicates that in the previous time he was sitting on the bench of the Grand Central Railway Station, but his mind was very active and his mind has done this kind of time travel. Okay, when his wife comes to know about this, that her husband is doing this kind of things, okay, she asks him to stop looking and stop being mad. Okay, unexpectedly his friend Sam Winner, who was a psychiatrist, okay, his friend Sam Winner is also disappeared, and his wife keeps looking him. Unexpectedly, suddenly the movements changes and it is found that Sam has been disappeared and his wife is looking him for a week, almost a week. Sam is one of whom Charlie shares the experience of the third level, the idea of Galesburg, that he wanted to visit in Galesburg. Everything he had explained in the starting of the chapter. Charlie has a hobby. Charlie has a hobby, that the stamp collection, and this stamp collection hobby he has inherited, उसको विरासत में मिली थी from his grandfather, because his grandfather was also a very good stamp collector. Okay, and when the people are doing this kind of profession, जब लोग इस तरह का profession करते हैं like stamp collection, then they registered themselves in the post offices. And when some new stamp comes in the post office, the first day cover, here I have written the first day cover उनके नाम पर ऑटोमेटिक चला जाता है. जब भी कोई नया स्टाम्प पोस्ट ऑफिस में आएगा तो पोस्ट ऑफिस वाले ऑटोमेटिकली एक चार्ज करके आपके घर पे फर्स्ट डे कवर भेज देते हैं. Okay, so Charlie finds a box. In that box there was a first day cover kept with the name of his grandfather. Unexpectedly when he opens, जब भी first day cover आता है तो that is a like an envelope, and inside the envelope there is no letter because that is just for the stamp issued by the government. Okay, the people who collects the stamp, for them these kind of first day cover are sent through the post office. So this is naturally there will not be any kind of letter in that side inside the envelope. So when unexpectedly when Charlie opens the envelope, he finds a letter inside, and this letter was written by Sam. चक्कर आ रहा होगा. This is the reality of science fiction. When you will read the science fiction, there will be so many roots and branches, and you will not have the proper conclusion of the story. This is the beauty of science fiction. Always open-ended story, खुला रहेगा end. आप उसका end कुछ भी बना सकते हैं. Okay, so Charlie finds the first day cover, and when he opens the envelope, he finds a letter. The letter is written by Sam, and what he has written? He has written the Sam's letter. In Sam's letter, Sam invites Charlie and Loisa in Galesburg. Okay, he has been enjoying there for some time, some weeks, and that letter indicates that Sam has been disappear from the present time, and he is enjoying his time in Galesburg. How is it possible? सब कोई जानता है कि कोई भी टाइम ट्रैवल नहीं कर सकता है. Then how it is possible? This is possible because Sam is enjoying his life in that kind of places, Galesburg or any places, a dream world. He is enjoying the places, his life in the dream world, and he has escapes from the harsh reality of the modern world. Okay, so conclusion of the story is the protagonist Charlie is trapped into the daily life of the modern world. He wants to escape from the rush and the crowd and the worries of his life. He develops his own kind of imaginary world in which he wished to visit the time 1894 Galesburg, peaceful time. You know why peaceful time? When you will go in the history, then you will find that 1944 and the 45 was a very tragic time for world, because the Second World War was continuing. So everyone wants to escape that kind of time, that kind of violent time. Like presently we want to escape from 2020. You know why? No one wants to live in 2020. Everyone wants to escape because of this pandemic COVID-19. So some people develop his own kind of world and they just roam into that. But in reality his body is in the present time, but mind is roaming in that kind of dream places. Okay, so this story ends with the Sam letter. In that Sam letter, Sam explains that he is enjoying his life in Galesburg, and he invites Charlie and his wife Loisa into that kind of world. But everything is okay. But in the last line of the story, you will see that you will know that Sam has just changed the modern currency into the old kind of currency. Okay, and then he had been disappeared. So this line just leaves a very big suspense in the mind of the reader. So in my next class I will explain the hidden things, the facts related with this chapter. Until then, you will read the chapter line by line and listen my audio and this video at least 2 or 3 times. Okay, then I will explain in my next class that what has actually happened in this story. Okay, till now this is enough. Have a nice day.